Now at 5, Hinds County Supervisor David Archie was escorted out of a board meeting in handcuffs this morning.
Also, garbage collection will go on in the city of Jackson as city leaders come to a possible resolution with the garbage contract.
And the 54th annual Sanderson Farms PGA Championship kicks off its first round today. Some of the world's best golfers are competing for this year's title.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 5, everyone. I'm Byron Brown.
And I'm Melanie Christopher. We're going to get to all the news in just a bit. Right now, though, time for your first forecast with Chief Meteorologist Ken Zhao.
All right, it's not been a bad day. Of course, scattered showers as expected, but we're not seeing big coverage of strong thunderstorms out there, so that's good news. And in the metro, most of the rain is off to the west of us. We're seeing these showers moving from south to north behind a southerly breeze, maybe a couple of lightning strikes right there, just to the west of Satarsha, and then around Holly Bluff and west of Yazoo City, we've got some rain there. So right now in Jackson, mix of sun and clouds. We're back up to 80 degrees. The high today was 84. Winds coming in from the southeast, the humidity high, so it feels like it's 83 degrees. Now we could see an isolated shower this evening, and then during the overnight hours, mostly cloudy, temperatures dropping through the 70s and into the mid to upper 60s by sunrise tomorrow. Now the chance of rain does go down for Friday and Saturday, but then it goes way up on Sunday. As the front comes in, I'll let you know how that will affect our weather as we head into the Mississippi State Fair next week. That's coming up in the full forecast. It's 10 minutes away.
Thank you, Ken. Following breaking news out of Newton, where a child has been shot at an elementary school, the police chief, Randy Patrick, has confirmed the shooting happened at the Newton Elementary School. He tells us that the child has been airlifted to a Jackson hospital, and we have few other details at the moment, and it's not yet clear who fired the weapon. We do know that MBI is investigating.
5 charges have been filed against Hinds County Supervisor David Archie after outbursts at a morning board meeting.
I'm not going to put my hands nowhere. I'm not going to do what you got to do. I'm going to make sure that you're sorry. I'm going to make sure that you're sorry.
Supervisors started discussing the budget and it got heated. Archie began yelling and calling other supervisors dummies. District 3 Supervisor Credell Calhoun tried to continue the board meeting, but Supervisor Archie continued to yell, saying he was just exercising free speech. Now, Archie was arrested, but interim sheriff Marshann Chrysler decided to do a field release instead of booking Archie. He's now being charged with disorderly conduct, disturbing the peace, preventing the people's business from being conducted, destruction of county public property, and resisting arrest.
What took place was a political conspiracy. He created the argument, and then he blames me for the argument. He interrupted me while I had the floor, and he has no right to do that. And then asked the sheriff to arrest me because they made some kind of motion to arrest me, which is totally illegal.
I didn't expect that to go like this, and I'm sorry that it happened. I want the people out there to know we're going to conduct business in order.
It's just real simple. Law and order will be maintained and certainly will be conducted in Hinds County, no matter where we are.
This comes one day after Archie was voted out as vice president. Supervisor Calhoun says he will recommend District 4 Supervisor Vern Gavin to replace Archie as vice president. No word yet on when the board would vote on that.
After weeks of back and forth between Jackson City Council and the mayor, a decision has been made in the trash collection argument. 12 News' Anna Farish is live at City Hall with how they finally came to an agreement. Anna.
It took 2 hours of closed mediation between city council members and Mayor Chokwe Antar Lumumba, but there will be trash collection tomorrow in the city of Jackson. Now, council members say that this is a big weight lifted off of their shoulders. They were glad they could come to an agreement with the mayor. Attorneys met across the street at Chancery Court for a proceeding and then came over here to City Hall, where council members voted 6-1 in an agreement to a 6-month contract with Waste Management.
This all started based on a number of concerns that we stated we had within the current contract, both as it related to employee conditions and calls for failed service from our residents. This was mentioned to Waste Management 2 years ago, and it was not cured. And so the administration said that we wanted a short-term agreement as an opportunity to build good faith and eliminate those challenges. At that time, Waste Management indicated that they could not do that. After this agreement, what we find is that they have actually reversed course and have now decided to enter that short-term agreement that allows the administration to go forward, reissue an RFP, and make certain that we defend the rights of our residents and the city to get contracts that best serve their interests.
As part of the agreement, Mayor Lumumba says his administration will immediately start working on a new bidding process for other companies to possibly take over after those 6 months. Now, trash collection will be 2 days a week. Waste Management will continue to charge $10.56 per customer throughout the month of October, but for those 5 remaining months, it will be $15. Live outside City Hall, Anna Farish, 12 News.
Thank you, Anna. This morning, many came together to recognize the work done at the Capitol to combat the human trafficking issue. It has been at least a year since House Bill 1559 passed. Spearheading those efforts are House Speaker Philip Gunn, Attorney General Lynn Fitch, and many other helping hands, particularly the law enforcement investigators locally and statewide. Human trafficking is a $150 billion worldwide industry, and in many cases it hits close to home in small towns across the country, including Mississippi.
I just wasn't aware of the prevalence of human trafficking in the state of Mississippi, and I think most of our Mississippians just don't realize how prevalent it is. It happens in every community around the state.
The COVID-19 pandemic furthered the risk of human trafficking, according to a State Department report, but there has been some progress made. The Center for Violence Prevention in the last fiscal year responded to 165 victims, 61 of those being children.
The Mississippi Senate Labor Committee held a meeting this morning to go over whether or not the minimum wage should be raised. Several speakers shared data, including leaders in the restaurant industry, state economist Corey Miller, and members from the Mississippi Department of Employment Security, about what worked and what has not worked over the years. The meeting was chaired by Senator John Horhn. So far, 10 states have raised the minimum wage to $15. Experts say Mississippi is still trailing behind.
And that brings us to today's 12 News Connect question. Do you think Mississippi needs to have a higher minimum wage than the federal $7.25 an hour? Yes or no? It's easy to vote. Just go to our website, wjtv.com/connect, or you can vote right on the homepage. We are focused on what you think, and we are focused on you.
Oh, to the Sanderson Farms Championship now, and the first round of tournament play teed off happens today.
Now we're going to send it over to Haley Hunter, standing by with an update on round 1. Hi, Haley.
Hi, thanks Melanie, thanks Byron. While defending champion Sergio Garcia and 2019 champion Sebastian Munoz had the largest following in round 1 today at the Sanderson Farms Championship, it was actually the local, or the rookie that stole the show. Sahith Thagala, the Pepperdine alum, actually had an 8 under round 1 total today, and he's leading in the clubhouse right now. Now there's still players that are finishing out their rounds, but he is the leader, and this is his first year on the PGA Tour. He is a rookie this year. It's his first PGA Tour event of the season. He earned his status by being on the top 50 of the money list on the Korn Ferry Tour last year, and what a win it would be for the 23-year-old today. Another player we've been following all week long has been local player Andy Ogletree from Little Rock, Mississippi. He fired a 5 under today, which is so great for him because he just got back from 5 months of hip surgery rehab, his first PGA Tour event of the season. So we'll be following both of those players all week long, and hey, what a couple rounds for 2 really young players out here in round 1. Melanie, back to you.
Exciting. Thank you very much, Haley. We have full coverage, of course, of the Sanderson Farms Championship today through Championship Sunday right here on 12 News. That includes tomorrow at 6 a.m. when Chloe Ortega and Jacob Lanier will be live for this week's Morning Sip. Byron?
All right, thank you, Melanie. We are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month here at 12 News, and here's an element of why Hispanic Heritage Month is important in Mississippi and America.
The Hispanic population in the United States is more than 60 million people, making people of Hispanic origin the nation's largest ethnic or racial minority. Hispanics constituted 18.5% of the nation's total population.
Well, Watch 12 News' Chloe Ortega hosts a special edition on Hispanic Heritage in America that airs 11 a.m. Saturday, October 9th, only on 12 News.
All right, last day of September, the temperature in Jackson, 84 degrees. We we started at 71 degrees this morning, and so far we've seen less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. Now, we do have scattered showers out there right now. We'll show them to you on Live IMAX 12, and we'll talk about our chances of rain for the weekend coming up next. You're watching 12 News.